So let me get chat popped out and ready for YouTube. Let me get the Bitbucket thing, or not Bitbucket, but get the Algora chat going. Perfect. And before we get too far into things, I'm gonna pour another soda. Because why not? It's basically a holiday, right? I think it's still my birthday for the next month or two. So, BRB, let me just go grab another soda. We'll see you in just a second. And yeah, this is a good hoodie, isn't it? This is the Stream Parrot hoodie. The unofficial Stream Parrot hoodie. Alrighty. So yeah, we did the OpenLLMetry stuff. Yeah. I think we're good on that part. .envx, we can close, signals, state management stuff, orderly, FNB, boring or avatars. We'll pull these out to a new window and just, hold on, let's double check. Yeah, so we got those mixed in. Looks like that paper call for Conf 42 is gone. Paper call in general gone. Find your next tech conference though, we can leave. And let's get papercall.io at least pulled up. So yeah, conference stuff we will minimize. And yes, on Saturday we will reapply to, or not reapply, but we will apply to SquiggleConf and WASP. No, so Kebab, here's the big thing, and I apologize, but I will listen to it, but not here on stream and not in front of you. Because, you know, I'm not very good at masking. If I don't like it, that's a bummer, right? So I'd rather listen to it off stream at some point. So paste it over to the music channel and I'll try and listen to it there. I definitely want to listen to it and check it out for you though. But yeah, there's just something about listening to people's music in front of them that's tough. And I understand. I was someone who would, you know, show my music to people. and it puts them in an uncomfortable position. So, yeah. But yeah, the music channel over on Discord. That would be great. Okay, so back to the thing we're doing for Vexilla. We've got our local stuff here. We've started building out some of our provider stuff. We don't have Bitbucket in there yet because we don't have the Bitbucket provider working. Oh, I see what it is. I pop this open to a whole new window. Move into new window. Perfect. There we go. Ooh, hold on. That was a good image. That's another great image. Yeah, for sure, man. Is there any specific kind of critique you're looking for? And no is a fine answer to that. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I like my my desktop background collection. Oh, that one's good too. Oh, that one's real good. They're about to get medieval on a Jedi. Okay, sounds good, Kebab. What kind of music is it? Synth stuff? Nice. Okay. So here we go. Yeah, so we've got all these errors, right? Bitbucket branch. Which we're not bringing in from types here yet. Alright, so fetch branches. This still looks like a GitLab. Let's go comb their API. And that's right, it was a refs. Yeah, so here it is. Repositories, workspace, repo slug, branches. So config.hosting.workspace ID. Okay, and then the response from that is going to look something like this. Okay, so if we copy this and then put it in QuickType. Oh. Oh, get repositories response. This is going to be get branches response. And then when we see value here, actually, where do we see value? Oh, we see user. Where's the other thing? Right? User. So branch user there makes more sense. Okay, so then in here, oh, Mac Mini is running slow right now. Okay, so Bitbucket get branches response. That is this. All right, so fetching a tree. This is going to be the files within a branch, right? Kind of thought that would be refs. Okay. So it's basically the same as this get file contents, right? Repositories, workspace, repo slug, source, commit, path. And yeah, then it gets us the tree. Okay. Oh, but hold on. That would be from the main branch. Ooh. And we don't have gaming night tomorrow. Or it might just be me and James. Okay. So, here's the thing. Do we need to do this based on a branch? Like, getting a branch? Yeah, I'm not seeing where we end up getting... Getting, like, the file tree for a specific branch. Oh, so we might have to get the commit of the branch, and then actually get the tree of that commit. They're saying path is required. So it's going to come back with a ref object that theoretically points to the branch. At which point we should be able to get the target, and this is the commit hash. Oh, but maybe not. Oh, no. So that's for the repository. We don't care about the repository. So it is the commit. Okay. Alright, so then this, get tree function is going to need to get the branch first, and then it's going to need to get the commit contents. I'm not sure that's actually right. I guess we won't know until we try. Yeah, no. Alright, so let's do that then. So, get a branch. Just want to make sure that it's not already there. Yes, a fetch branch right here is what we're looking for. We'll leave branch name here. No. Hey, what's up, Bruno? Sorry, didn't mean to leave you hanging. Just popped in to say a quick hi and lurk, studying for a college test. Ooh, yeah. What test? It's always fun. I think no matter what, this has to be done using target branch. I don't think any other branch ever makes sense anymore. So I think we're good there. That was a What's up, Paguana? How you doing? Yeah, it's a good album. Oh. I forgot to do this. Some of these are duplicated. Ooh, so get branches response versus get branch response. That is slightly different. And we're going to do this. We're going to select all of those. We're going to do the exports again. And that should give us a bunch of room. Because you can't export them twice. And hey, what's up, Ninjatron? How you doing? So another Go stream, this time with more Wasm and web dev. Nice. Are you using, what is it, TinyGo? Is that part of your, like, compile process? Don't you end up needing TinyGo for WebAssembly, though? Or are you actually trying to use, like, the Wasm GC implementation? Right. Doesn't that needlessly bloat your compilation, though? Or does that end up doing the same thing that TinyGo ended up doing anyway? Is it basically just a null garbage collector? Yeah, have you tried comparing the size of the Wasm binary with and without TinyGo? I'd be curious. You're gonna rewrite in Zig anyway. Megabytes different. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Makes sense. You were just doing something quick and dirty. You're gonna rewrite to Zig, which ends up being much smaller anyway. Okay, cool. I was just curious. So it's more of like proof of concept rather than like production, like code, right? Which is fine. I just like making stuff. And yeah, hold on. Let me do this. Let's do the bot. Okay. Here it comes.
We are in the presence of greatness. Ninjatron, the elusive and agile athlete, has taken the world of gymnastics by storm.
Oh, you're a gymnast.
Unparalleled flexibility and precise movements. They have become a true sensation in the sport. Their greatest achievement came during the Olympic finals, where they executed a flawless routine that left the audience and judges in awe. The combination of their signature move, a triple twist with a blind landing, and their unwavering composure under pressure earned them a perfect score and a gold medal. Throughout their career, Ninjatron has consistently pushed the boundaries of what is considered possible in gymnastics, setting new records and inspiring aspiring gymnasts worldwide. Their dedication to the sport and their ability to perform seemingly impossible feats have made them a true icon in the world of gymnastics.
That is my Twitch voice rewards bot. And yeah, no worries, Ninjatron. If you got to get going, have a good one. We'll see you soon. It's a thing I do to reward people that subscribe, donate bits, or rate. And we can imagine people as a sports star, or a superhero, or a super villain. So what we do is we send a prompt along with the user's name to an LLM, and it imagines what the text will be. So hallucinations are the goal. So Warp Tux, you're going to be a villain. Just give it a sec.
It's not easy being evil. Warp Tux, a mysterious figure, emerged from the depths of the digital realm. They possess the ability to manipulate and distort reality through advanced technology, bending space and time to their will. With a mere thought, Warp Tux can create portals, allowing them to teleport across vast distances instantaneously. Their origin story is shrouded in secrecy, but rumors suggest that Warp Tux was once a brilliant computer engineer who became disillusioned with the limitations of human technology. Obsessed with pushing the boundaries of what was possible, they delved into forbidden research, experimenting with quantum computing and artificial intelligence. As their knowledge grew, so did their power. Warp Tux developed a suit that amplified their abilities, granting them unparalleled control over the digital landscape. They can hack into any system, manipulate data, and bend the very fabric of cyberspace to their will. With a legion of loyal followers and an arsenal of cutting edge gadgets, Warp Tux seeks to reshape the world according to their twisted vision. They believe that humanity has become too reliant on technology and that it is their duty to expose the vulnerabilities and weaknesses of our interconnected society. As Warp Tux continues to wreak havoc, the world trembles at the mere mention of their name, wondering when and where they will strike next.
Yeah, there you go. So, 11 Labs is an option, but we're using Deepgram because Deepgram has a proper, like, usage-based billing model, whereas 11 Labs and PlayHT require, like, a monthly fee. And we don't use it enough to justify a monthly fee. So Deepgram is all we use right now. I think OpenAI also has some voice providers that we could switch to, because they are also truly, like, usage-based. So yeah, we use Claude 3 Opus from Anthropic to generate your backstory and your powers and all that stuff. And then we pass it to a voice provider like Deepgram. It is kind of a cool villain backstory. Yeah. So we have interface parent in there twice. And yeah, I thought we would get a failure from having it there multiple times. So remember, we're gluing together two APIs. And no, you cannot stream text to the voice providers. At least, let me double check. As far as I know, I don't think you can. Let me double check. Show me the docs already. I hate their website so much. And that's fine if 11 Labs can, but they have a terrible billing model, so we'll never be able to use it. I really hate their docs. Yeah, so text-to-speech is just this. So yeah, Deepgram doesn't have a streamable API. We can stream the audio output, and we're doing that part. What I'm talking about is streaming the text to Deepgram. No, so we're already doing that part. That's fine. No, I understand. I saw the link. That's what we're doing. We are streaming the audio. We're not able to stream the text. Which is the question that you actually asked us. And that's fine. And maybe we could do it. Is it worth it, though? Probably not. By chunking things, you really mess stuff up with the actual, like, quality of the audio. That's fine. So we see that twice. See that once. Just want to make sure we're not duplicating too many of these. But I feel like technically, if we... Oh, hold on. Right, if we do this twice, we should get an error, right? So I think we're good on the duplication. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, we don't get an error. Oh, thank you, Warp Tux. I appreciate it. Yeah, no worries, man. Thank you for the gifted subs. You're gonna miss out on hearing them listed.
Being evil, Ascento, a mysterious figure shrouded in secrecy, emerged as a formidable supervillain with the power to manipulate the very essence of matter. Born from a catastrophic experiment gone wrong, they discovered their ability to deconstruct and reconstruct the fundamental building blocks of reality at will. With a mere thought, Ascento can disintegrate objects and reassemble them into twisted, nightmarish creations. Driven by an insatiable hunger for power and a desire to reshape the world according to their own twisted vision, Ascento embarked on a path of destruction and chaos. They can effortlessly pass through solid matter, making them an elusive and terrifying adversary. As they grow stronger, Ascento's ultimate goal is to unravel the fabric of the universe itself, plunging everything into a state of primordial entropy. With an army of matter-manipulated minions at their command and an intellect as sharp as their powers are devastating, Ascento poses an unprecedented threat to the world. Heroes and villains alike tremble at the mere mention of their name, knowing that the very essence of their being could be unraveled at any moment by this malevolent force of nature.
It's pretty cool. We got some more coming.
It's not easy being evil. Dama Amazing, a supervillain with the power to manipulate and control the minds of others, emerged from the depths of the internet. They discovered their abilities while scrolling through endless feeds of social media, realizing that they could influence people's thoughts and actions with a mere click of a mouse. As Dama Amazing grew more powerful, they began to use their mind control abilities to build an army of loyal followers. They could make people believe anything they wanted, and soon they had a legion of devoted minions at their beck and call. With their army of mind-controlled individuals, Dama Amazing set out to conquer the world. They used their powers to manipulate world leaders, causing chaos and confusion on a global scale. Their ultimate goal was to create a world where everyone was under their control and they could reign supreme as the master of all minds. It's
But
not
yeah,
easy
have a good
being
one there, Warp
evil.
Tux.
Luquitiquia, mysterious and enigmatic supervillain, emerged from the shadows of an ancient Aztec temple. They possess the power to manipulate the minds of others, bending their thoughts and actions to their will. With a mere whisper, Luquitiqui can compel even the strongest-willed individuals to carry out their bidding. Their origin story is shrouded in secrecy, but it is said that Luquitiqui discovered an ancient artifact deep within the temple ruins. This artifact, imbued with the power of an ancient Aztec god, granted them their mind-controlling abilities. Driven by an insatiable hunger for power and control, Luquitiqui set out to build an army of loyal followers determined to reshape the world according to their twisted vision. With their mesmerizing gaze and hypnotic voice, Luquitiqui can manipulate the thoughts and emotions of those around them, turning friends into foes and enemies into unwitting servants. Their ultimate goal remains a mystery, but one thing is certain, Luquitiqui will stop at nothing to achieve their dark ambitions, leaving a trail of chaos and destruction in their wake.
That's pretty solid.
It's not easy being evil. Cameo, a mysterious figure shrouded in secrecy, emerged as a formidable supervillain with the power to manipulate technology at will. With a mere thought, they can hack into any system, control any device, and bend the digital world to their whims. Cameo's origin story is a tale of betrayal and revenge. Once a brilliant computer scientist, they were wronged by a corrupt corporation that stole their groundbreaking work and left them for dead. Miraculously surviving, Cameo vowed to make the world pay for the injustices they endured. With their unparalleled mastery over technology, they now seek to bring chaos and destruction to a society that values progress over ethics. Cameo's ultimate goal is to plunge the world into a digital dark age where they reign supreme as the master of the machines.
So basically, do you hear those like gaps in the speech? That is the thing that we would end up getting extra of by streaming the text to DeepGram, right? By chunking things.
It's not easy
So it
being
actually
evil.
like messes up the
Stony
audio
Eagle,
output.
a former geologist, became a formidable supervillain after a freak accident
I know,
during a
right,
mining
Todd?
expedition. They discovered a mysterious, glowing stone that granted them incredible powers. With the ability to manipulate and control rocks and minerals, Stony Eagle can create devastating earthquakes, summon impenetrable stone barriers, and launch razor-sharp projectiles with deadly accuracy. Driven by a desire for revenge against the mining corporation that abandoned them during the accident, Stony Eagle now seeks to destroy the very foundations of society. They believe that by bringing down the corrupt institutions that exploit the Earth's resources, they can create a new world order where the power of the stone reigns supreme. With their mastery over the Earth's crust and their unwavering determination, Stony Eagle has become a force to be reckoned with. Cities tremble at the mere mention of their name, knowing that at any moment the ground beneath them could shatter and crumble at Stony Eagle's command.
Let's put it back to sports star stuff. What up, Shoot'ems? How you doing? So we get the branch. From the branch, we can get the commit that we care about. Would be that hash. And that's where we could then get the tree from the commit. So get file or directory contents. Went through implementing some multi-select search in React Native. So basically, like, you would select something from the list and it would give you like a pill or like a whatever within like the select field. And you could like click it to get rid of that one, but you could add multiple kind of thing. That kind of UI element. Cool. Are you using a library for it, or did you just feel like doing it yourself? Because I feel like Native Base has something like that. But if you're not using Native Base already, then yeah, it's kind of like a pain to add it just for something like that. There's also the other one. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Oh, and they want us to switch to GlueStack. UI Kitten. Right, I had to style it and change a bunch of behavior. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know that one. Pretty generic Docusaurus site. I like how obvious a Docusaurus site ends up being. Appetize is such an interesting tool, too. Okay, so yeah, that's the basic. Then there's like multiple. Yeah, I'd avoid anything from scratch like this, just because there are like usability and accessibility concerns that you're definitely not going to recognize from the start, you know? For React Native, it's probably less prevalent than on the web, but still a thing, you know? Ooh, interesting. And you can't deselect it in the multi-select list. I actually consider that a flaw. Huh. Okay, makes sense. What's the other React Native library? It's like Tamagui? Yeah, Tamagui. I wonder if they have a good example. It is fairly involved, yeah. And yeah, it doesn't even attempt to do like the multi-select. Yeah, I've heard good things about it, but it still seems pretty bare bones. Does GlueStack have one nowadays? Yeah, it looks like you end up needing to do your own, like, custom stuff anyway. With a lot of these. Yeah, and a lot of these just don't do, like, the multi-select even, so you'd need something, like, really specific. Yeah, that's a bummer. I'm still curious why they renamed it to GlueStack UI instead of Native Base. Get tagged in there. Whatever. But okay. Yeah, it's a bummer. Yeah. I think that's a big problem with the React Native ecosystem in general. You end up having to build out a lot of these things that are pretty standard on the web at this point. Right, like if we look at Mantine, I bet they've got a multi-select, like, searchable drop-down out of the box. But I'm not positive, so let's double check. right? Searchable. Yeah, see? So... yeah. Yeah, that's a problem with React Native component libraries. This is only web. Yes, exactly. What I was getting at, though, is that it's basically table stakes for a web component library to have what you were looking for. Whereas instead, we just looked at the most popular React Native component libraries, and they just didn't have it, right? So that's what I'm kind of getting at. I know this is web only, but what I'm getting at is what we take for granted on the web just isn't available on React Native, and you got to do it yourself. And I consider that a flaw of the ecosystem. But it also means that at some point, some library can swoop in and eat the other component library system's lunch, right? Here's also another thing. Have they fixed this yet? It's the same UI still. They have not fixed it. So hold on. They've been talking about fixing this with a Tamagui rewrite for ages. Notice how we're getting like 2 events or 2 like things that are tabbable in here? One of them doesn't even click. So that one worked, right? The first one... ooh, hold on. Okay. Okay, so at least a spacebar works on both. Maybe that's their fix. Still, the double tabability of the buttons there is a huge problem. And what we can recognize is the fact that the div around it has a tab index 0. But there's an AAhref already, which has a tab index of its own. So my guess is they just did a hack where this div passes through the activation of like a click event or whatever to the underlying AHref. But it's a hack, you know? So yeah, I remember speaking with someone about it from Guild.host that mentioned that they were going to switch to Tamagui and it'll save them from that problem. It'll totally work. But they just haven't done it. Which I find questionable. But, is what it is. Ooh, this song, we skip it. So yeah, I don't know, just... there's a larger community of developers needing these things, which means there's a larger chance for a web component library to do these things. Versus React Native, where you have just a smaller community of developers trying things. So yeah, anyway, I gotta go pee. I'm gonna make another soda. I'll be right back. Oh, perfect sound effect for what we were just pointing out.
Give him an enema.
So I think we are getting close. We need to get the file content or directory or contents. We do it for a specific commit. So what we see is that this is proxying to this endpoint. And it's this one right here. But we don't see any way of pointing to just the root path. Okay, so when listing the contents of the repo's root directory, the use of a trailing slash at the end of the URL is required. So we can just leave it empty. Right? It said it was required, but it's not actually required. Okay, that's easy enough. Cool. So then this part becomes get, or it's Bitbucket get. And that's for fetching the branch. Fetching the tree ends up being this one. Right, branch name here. That's away. And we'll say branch response. And that is equal to await this dot fetch branch. So workspace ID. Big.hosting.repository ID. branch response dot target dot hash, and path is left. Really, we can just put this directly in. Okay, so that becomes that. Yeah, QuickType's great. Yeah, you plug in just like a JSON response, give it a name, and it'll actually generate the interfaces for you, and it works for a bunch of different languages. Right? So C, C#, C++, Crystal, Dart, Elixir, Elm, Flow, Go, Haskell, Java, JavaScript, JavaScript prop types, JSON schema, Kotlin, Objective-C, PHP, Python, Ruby, Rust, Scala, Smithy, Swift, TypeScript, TypeScript effect schema, and TypeScript Zod. Like, yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Right? If we did the Zod, that's also kind of interesting, right? Yeah, pretty cool. All right, and then commit links. We've only got that in there once. Meta is only in there once. Sweet. Commit. Oh, and that was the end of the album. Hold on. Commit's only in there once, too. Cool. All right, so Bitbucket get tree response we now have. Let's get another album going. So yeah, Bitbucket get tree response. Values is actually what we're going to care about in there. All right, and then from there, we give it back an empty thing. What's up, 12-sided guy? And how you doing, Krasner? Ooh, Krasner, I feel like when you subbed last, you didn't get envisioned as a superhero, supervillain, or sports star. So let's see what sport you play.
We are in the presence of greatness. Krasner, a talented soccer player, has made a name for themselves on the pitch. Their greatest play came during the World Cup final, where they scored an incredible goal in the last minute of extra time. With seconds remaining, Krasner received the ball near the halfway line, dribbled past 3 defenders, and unleashed a powerful strike from 25 yards out that curled into the top corner, securing their team's victory. Throughout their career, Krasner has achieved numerous milestones. They have won multiple league titles and cups with their club team and have been named the league's player of the year on several occasions. Krasner also holds the record for the most goals scored by a midfielder in their country's history. Their consistent performances and leadership qualities have made them a fan favorite and a role model for aspiring soccer players around the world.
It was pretty solid. That one was pretty good. Are you a big soccer fan? Did it get you? Oh, you're not a soccer fan at all. Oof, so it didn't get you. So when path points to a file, it returns the raw contents. Hey, Gonky Pazzo, Mr. Sir. What's up, Ninfu? How you doing? Been a while.
We are in the presence of greatness. Gonçalves, a rising star in the world of soccer, has taken the sport by storm with their incredible skills and unwavering dedication.
Yeah, welcome everyone.
As a forward, they possess a natural instinct for finding the back of the net, making them a constant threat to any opposing team. Their greatest play came during a crucial match in the World Cup finals. With just seconds left on the clock and the score tied, Gonçalves received the ball near the halfway line. They effortlessly dribbled past 3 defenders, showcasing their lightning-fast footwork and unparalleled agility. As they approached the penalty area,
You are, but not a good
they
one.
unleashed a
I mean,
powerful,
better than me.
curling shot that left the goalkeeper helpless, securing their team's victory and cementing their status as a soccer legend. Throughout their career, Gonçalves has achieved numerous milestones. They have won multiple league titles, been crowned the top scorer in various competitions, and earned the prestigious Ballon d'Or award for their outstanding performances. Their impact on the sport extends beyond the pitch as they have become a role model for aspiring soccer players worldwide, inspiring a new generation with their skill, passion, and sportsmanship.
That was awesome. Yeah. So let me describe what we're working on. But first, yeah, I actually chatted with another fellow Italian, right? I'm pretty sure you're Italian. Maybe I'm messing that up. Argentina. So close. Same thing, right? I'm kidding. My bad. Okay, my bad. I don't know why the pazzo part gets me every time. Like, that seems like an Italian word. So yeah, never mind. Argentinian, totally different. I was gonna say, I was in a workshop or a webinar or whatever you call it. Pazzo is Italian. Okay, so there we go. All right. That's why I keep mistaking it. But, yeah, near something from Traceloop. We were both on a Highlight IO workshop earlier today. And yeah, that was cool. So yeah, awesome stuff. For everyone joining, and what were you up to today? Hold on, let me see if I can read. Coding with a recruiter? So that you can something? My Spanish is terrible. So yeah, what were you up to first? You coded a recruiter. Not coding with one, but together you were coding a recruiter. Okay. And what does that mean? Like an AI recruiter bot? Kind of thing? Oh, an app where you can have an interview for like practice interviews. Or whatever, right? With AI voice. Oh, cool. Yeah. So very similar to, like, you know, the AI voice stuff I just did. Yeah, that's legit. What we're using as the voice provider for that? With a custom voice as well. Ooh. Yeah, was that, like 11 Labs or Play HT or something else? Oh, you're using the web speech API. Ah, okay. So Olama was for like the generation of the text, right? For like the chatbot part of things. Got it. And then web speech API, so it has to be done inside of Chrome, right? But from Edge to have better voices. So Edge has better voices than Chrome? I would not have guessed that. Interesting. Edge has 360 voices? Whoa. Wow. Okay. Chrome has 20, Edge has 360. All free. Yeah, that's crazy. Are they like good? Are they like realistic sounding? Yeah, that's awesome. I haven't checked that out yet. Yeah, that's cool. This is Synthwave. If you do ! Song, you can get the link. So, like, you started it today, and you got it done in 1 hour and 45 minutes? Like, you started it just today? That's awesome. Wow, really well done. Nifty. Okay, I like that. Only 100 lines of code. Wow. Okay. And did you, like, so you used Olama. Have you tried experimenting with the, like, window.ai stuff that ships with Chrome these days? And hey, how's it going there, William? Yes, but the model isn't so good. Okay. So is that maybe like what you started with and then you realized that you couldn't use it, so you had to pivot? Oh, at an hour and 50 minutes. Okay, okay. So, like, how long total did it take you to, like, get something that you really enjoy? It's funny when you use an English voice to say the Spanish sentences. Oh, that sounds good. Right? It'd be like, yeah, I don't know. I speak Spanish bad enough. I don't need to fake the bad Spanish accent, actually. So, I don't know. We're good. We're good. So, real quick, for everyone joining the thing that I'm working on real quick, you're gonna have dinner? Oh, hold up. This is a foodie stream in disguise. What are you having for dinner? I've recently started making carbonara that I'm really, really happy with. I don't think I'm gonna have that tonight. I don't know what I'm gonna have yet. Not sure yet, but anything? Gotcha. Yeah, food time. But yeah, let me describe what we're working on here on this stream. So I've got this tool. It's a feature flagging tool that we're gonna need to, like, you know, obviously it's not perfect. There's a lot more stuff to do. But the idea behind it is, yeah, Vexilla. So you can configure currently GitHub or GitLab as the place where you're going to push your feature flags to. And the reason you do that is because you would want to, like, theoretically for SOC 2 compliance, you need an audit track. And oh God, we got an error. Oh no, of course, demo. The demo problem. So let's just do it with GitLab. I don't even know what I just broke, so that's fun. But here we go. So with GitLab, we would select our repo, we would select the branch we want, which we've only got the main, and then from there, that's the source of truth for, you know, like changes to and from it, and we would push up to that so that you get like an audit tracking list of who has changed the flags and when, which allows you to be SOC 2 compliant. We do eventually want to support maybe just directly pushing, which would still give you that audit tracking rather than trying to make a PR. You know, right now we have that turned off. Eventually, maybe we want to allow people to do a direct upload or something. I think that would be fun. But the main gist is there is no server involved with this, unless you count like GitLab server. So I do have like a very small server for doing the OAuth to GitLab or GitHub, right? But besides that, I have no server that I'm operating. And the idea is that the feature flags are living in just a static file wherever you want to put them. So in GitHub or GitLab or wherever you're hosting your flags, you would have a CI/CD process that pushes those flags to something. Which means that it's just a static file, which means it's incredibly scalable. It means you could do it inside of your internal networks at like, you know, inside of a VPN or VPC, I mean, right? Virtual Private Cloud. As long as you can access the JSON file from wherever your users are or wherever your server is, then you can evaluate those flags and use them. And that means that most of the logic actually sits within the SDKs. And I've written SDKs for C#, Kotlin, JavaScript, OCaml, Elixir, Rust, Go, PHP, Python, and Swift. So we've got 10 SDKs so far, all written by hand, and it's kind of fun. So yeah, all of those. So Kotlin, because you can use the Kotlin inside of Java. We wrote the Kotlin in a compatible way for most Java ecosystems. I think we're focusing on Java 8 and up, right? So yeah, that's the basic idea. The source of truth is the JSON file, and all the logic happens inside of the SDKs. And these SDKs can live on your server or on your front end, right? Because you'd want to make sure that both are in sync. But the idea is that this is mainly for smaller businesses or internal apps or small things that can't afford something like Launch Darkly or Optimizely or Split.io or whatever, right? Growthbook is a good option, right? Like really useful. But there's one thing that Growthbook still like charges you for, which we can just give out of the box because it costs us nothing to do. And if we look at the pricing for Growthbook, we can see that if you wanted to do, and maybe they have scheduling now? They used to have scheduling as one of the things that was like here in this place, right? So maybe they have full-on scheduling now, which is awesome. Let me double check. Yeah, so it looks to me like scheduling is no longer... Oh wait, no, here it is. Scheduled feature flags. So yeah, scheduled feature flags require that you pay for it, right? You don't even get it on Pro. You would have to pay for Enterprise? No, I think these are just not lined up properly. I think those need to be kicked over. So yeah, if you wanted to get scheduled feature flags, you'd have to pay for Growthbook. Whereas, at least with Vexilla, you kind of get scheduling out of the box. So I don't know. It's a fun thing to make. Will it make a lot of money? Probably not. Will it make any money? Probably not. But it's still really fun to do, and it's a good project to like think through and build out. Yeah, right? I enjoy making free stuff. And as long as it's not going to cost me anything to operate, I think it's good stream content, right? So that's the basic idea. Now I have other stuff I want to build out. I want to get this to a stable place. And the thing that we're working on right now is Bitbucket support. So we're going to do GitLab, GitHub, Bitbucket. Right, Bitbucket. We're probably halfway through implementing. We just saw that we had a bug for GitHub, so we're going to have to explore that here at some point. But the main idea is just that we can get those three providers set. We can maybe establish a raw, like S3 or maybe even SFTP publishing like setup. I think that would be useful. The problem is we wouldn't want to actually store any of those like tokens, so you'd have to like go copy and paste those tokens around a lot. So maybe we don't support direct upload. I don't know. I haven't decided that part yet. But the basic idea is that we can support 3 providers. We can get as many languages as we want supported. Get that to a stable place, and then I have other projects that I need to work on as well. Trying to get this over the line. We're trying to publish up the SDKs as we need them. And yeah. So yeah, it's a fun project. Right now, we are looking at how to do the Bitbucket portion of things. Exactly. So many projects, so little time. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, creating a branch we're not doing yet. The part we wanted was fetching a file. And fetching the file ends up being just a string that we're going to need to parse. And the path for it ends up being basically the same thing that we did here in tree. And yeah, so this part we have to do like this. And then this right here, I think we can just do, we'll do file name because that'll be passed in. And file name, when we fetch it, will just be config.json. Oh, and actually, this could end up being a flaw, but we'll have to fiddle with that. Creating a branch we may not need yet. We are going to need to create a commit. So yeah, we're just in the process of filling out the abstraction that we have for these providers. So if we look at it, and I can show you a bit, we've got GitHub form.fetchers, GitHub form, and GitHub form.types. The form itself is actually a TypeScript like form component. All right, we do the same thing for GitLab. We got fetchers, GitLab form.tsx, and then the types. Types are pretty much just the stuff that we get from the API. And we're going in and just filling out the blanks for our Bitbucket form.fetchers.tx. Once we have that, then we can actually dig into like wiring up the form itself. You're stuck at the moment? Stuck with what? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a podcast with good music. Music reproductor? What does that mean? Real quick, the create commit might not be necessary. Oh, music play. Got it. Creating a pull request is definitely necessary. But I just want to comment it out and see what happens. So we don't do that anymore. I don't think we need this. Actually, no, that might be fine. Yeah, so we'll leave that. Let's keep looking. Alright, so initializing a branch would be creating a commit from the README contents. No, your English is fine. But yeah, music player, that sounds fun. Are you basically trying to, like, remake Winamp? Okay, so we're not calling payload request anywhere. We're gonna want to do that. So yeah, our next step then is to look at this API. So creating a commit. Bare minimum, we need that. So please, English only, guys. I force other people down that same rule. I gotta be, you know, consistent with how I enforce it. Thank you. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. I know, you're saying you are from Chile. I get that, but not everyone will understand. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Ninfu, was that, I'm forgetting her name. You came in here from, she used to call herself Baby Death. Oh, Fiami? Oh, I was thinking you had that happen when you came in here from someone else's raid. I don't remember that being their name, though. So yeah, maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Yeah, my bad. I don't know why I'm spacing on their name now. Hey, what's up, Turning Cock? I mean, there is no end. You'll never beat this game. It's a pretty fun game, though. Yeah, that makes sense. Nah, now I'm just trying to remember what that streamer's name was. She hasn't streamed in a couple years, though. Yeah, I don't remember what her stream name was. Yeah, it's crazy how many streamers like just kind of disappear over time. But let me get another album going. Oh, I know you stream. I've seen you streaming recently, too. Now, this person was a, like, 100 Devs alumni. Like 2 weeks ago, you were sick? Yeah, that sounds about right. I just remember seeing the icon in the corner there. So yeah, what's everyone up to? How's your days going? Anyone else working on anything fun? We're gonna figure out how to create a commit. Not creating a comment for a commit, but creating a commit. And we don't see one. TypeScript type gymnastics and working on this scotch. Ooh, there you go. Yeah, Sergeant Pepper, if you're around over on Gaming Channel tonight, maybe we watch that, maybe we watch that King Arthur movie. It'll probably be in like an hour or so. Just throwing it out there. Not sure what time zone you're on. If not, there's always tomorrow. Because yeah, I got video editing to do tonight. I needed to have it done actually like yesterday or today, so effort. Oh, wife and daughter are in Colorado for the week. Okay. Yeah, no worries. And no stress if not. They left you all alone for the 4th of July? That sounds dangerous. Is it a Home Alone situation? Right? Did they board their flight and then go, Salt and pepper! Local man left to own devices. House burned down. News at 9. Man burns entire loaf of bread. Trying to make toast. Oh, there you go. Oh, what kind of food are you going to be ordering? I'm guessing Postmates is like a food thing? I did Indian food last week, and now I'm craving it again. So that's dangerous. Okay, Uber Eats. And you're craving Indian today too, right? Ooh, what's your order? It kind of does. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, Postmates got bought? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh. Butter chicken, garlic naan. Oh my god. Yeah, that's my order too, man. You're gonna make me look at how much it's gonna cost? Yeah, $20 just for the butter chicken. And the garlic naan. So I'm looking at $26, which is actually not terrible. It'll come with rice. You wanted to try making butter chicken? Yeah, it's actually a little more effort than I was expecting. I'd love to make my own butter chicken, but it is more effort than I was planning. Just butter and chicken. Now, it's like a tomato-based dish. What I'm surprised of is that they don't have, like, or at least I haven't seen it, like a store-bought, like, butter chicken sauce, like, thing, you know? I feel like that would make a killing, like, sell it. Ooh, yeah, like, you've seen a sauce. You have seen it? Okay, I was gonna say, like, yeah, sell it like spaghetti sauce. But then cooking the rice is just as much effort, so I don't know. I didn't see any when I was looking at the grocery store nearby. Yeah, I'm not sure what Indian stores are nearby, though. I don't need it. I have food I can eat at home. I have a rice cooker, but yeah, then there's like cleaning the rice cooker. Like, I don't know. I'm so lazy. Pretty good butter chicken sauce at Trader Joe's. Okay. Don't know if they still carry it. Yeah, I guess the big thing would also be like getting the naan bread. Where would you get that from? Yeah, I have a Trader Joe's nearby. I'll have to look. I didn't even think about Trader Joe's, actually. Naan has to be fresh. Yeah, that's what I figured too. Ah, here we go. Create a commit by uploading a file. There we go. There we go. Oh, really? Oh, that's a bummer. No good, Nick. Ooh, okay, so this is the endpoint we care about. What is that emote supposed to be? I'm so curious. Eyes looking up. Ah, okay. Okay. So this is a little annoying, right? The endpoint for creating a commit. All right, so we can do multi-part form data, but yeah, no, like, yeah, there is no but there. So we can do multi-part form data. And that's probably the right way to go. Wait, hold on. Okay, so here's the big thing. We want to figure out how to submit without needing a local file. Because that just won't work. We don't need the action that we're doing. New branch name is optional. Yep. We create a new form data. We don't care about the form element. We don't care about the submitter. Because we've already done GitHub and GitLab. Looks like that auto-completion just nailed it. I think we're good on it. Yeah. Uh-oh. Good luck, Ninfu. You got this. Okay, perfect. So, we don't need to pass author. We don't need to pass message. But, hold on. Are we passing message? Oh, this is fetched config. So that solves that issue. Oh, and we should look at the GitLab fetcher for creating a commit. Ah, and we can do that. Yes. Okay. So we probably do want to give it a message. And if new branch name, hey, what's up, Jay the developer? How you doing? All right, so we append the branch name. We've got our form data. Yeah, I need to make like a short or something about that. Yep. Yeah, so Git Kraken is free with the GitHub student pay. Let me know how you feel about it. You got any comments or complaints or even just praise? Yeah, cool. So this is looking pretty close. However, I don't think we can do payload request. So maybe this ends up being like form data request. No, payload request is exactly what we're looking for anyway. Yeah, so never mind. We do a payload request because it's the only thing that we're doing payload requests for. And it looks to me like we don't even need to change the header. Yeah, we just pass the payload. Okay. So then body is just the form data, so we don't need to do that. That part looks pretty good. Found the pacifier? Nice. And what's up? Definitely not Chad. Alright, so we pass search params into that. And then the response we're going to get out of it. What is that going to be? Been running every day. Gotta say, runner's high is awesome. Yeah, be careful about your form, right? Running badly is really bad for your knees, right? And like your joints in general, like ankles and knees. So yeah, just, you know, focus on your form. You know, you're probably good. You got this. I'm just throwing that out there. Oh, and it's just a 2-on-1 created, so we don't get anything out of this. Okay. Alright, so then publishing directly. We're doing this mapping. We don't need the action. Grab that. That goes into types. Oh, and let's go up to the top. Okay. So now we get to this point. Ooh, but yeah, that URL is no good. Target branch name is probably fine. All right, so repositories, workspace, repo store. It's repository ID, and then source. Alright, so then as we look at this, yep, that goes away. Didn't update that one yet. And we haven't done the create merge request method yet either. Yeah, so create merge request is the only method we're missing now. Okay. And yeah, update branch we don't need. Wonder if I need to URI encode that file. I don't think I do, but it should be fine. So then, yeah, creating the merge request. Where do we see that? See commits, projects, pull requests. There we go. Create a pull request. Nice. Oh, this album's still going. We got one more song at least. So yeah, JSON should be fine. They don't really tell us which of these things are required versus optional. Okay, so not everything is required. It's just the source branch itself and the title. Right. And creating a commit is the source branch, so we don't need that, because the branch should be created already. Made improvements on the Electron stuff? Nice. So as far as creating the merge request, it would just be the commit and the branch we made. Creating the merge request happens after we've done that, and we know the branch name already. So new branch name, base branch, I don't think we end up needing any. We do want a description. Not sure what the response is going to be yet. So title is required, right? And we passed that. After that, we see source, branch, name. The title is update Vexilla feature flags. Target branch. And this would be destination branch name. All right, so title, destination, source, description. Is description actually what we're sending? It's probably summary? Summary, raw, good to go. Okay. Why is that red, though? Oh, doesn't exist on type form data. Ooh, right. So yeah, payload request is actually form data T or form data. Hmm. So T extends body in it. Actually, hold on. Wait, we could probably just do body in it. And get rid of that generic. Let me get more music going. Ooh, but not quite. So yeah, we can't do the body in it. Is that what you were saying just there? Oh, but hold on. We can just do this. Stringify. There we go. Okay. So I think we're good. I think we've got our fetchers done. We're gonna need to wire them up at some point. Where's that getting? So we've got some undefined stuff. Fetch workspaces. I think this ends up needing to be public. Right? Because that's similar to like the fetch installations thing that we have to do for Git. We're not calling app state anywhere, so we don't need that anymore. And then, yeah, in here, this is where this is going to get a bit wonky. So number one, fetch repositories. Yeah, that is not an array. And installation ID isn't going to exist. Oh, but installation ID just ends up being workspace ID. Still going to have some issues there. So that fixes a few of those, but not everything. I think that ends up being a flaw as well. Love this song. But yeah, I'm thinking what we got here is a good problem for Thursday. Let me double check meetings tomorrow. Honestly, I might be able to stream tomorrow. Oh, and what do I think about the concept of, and sorry, Neff, I missed that, cloud native application development? I think I would have to understand what you mean when you ask that. I think cloud native is definitely a buzzword. And its definition is going to change based on who's asking the question. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a good song. I mean, since we have holiday week this week, I might, yeah, I might stream tomorrow. I might actually stream tomorrow. It's rare to do so on a Wednesday. As long as I get enough, like, video editing work done tonight, I think I can stream tomorrow. On this channel. Yeah, exactly. So time to consider that perspective in your development, or is it just marketing? I think it's just a marketing term. Like, what do you mean by cloud native? If you don't know what you mean by cloud native, then it's a meaningless word. Yeah, I think cloud native is marketing. Now keep in mind there's the CNCF. You know, the Cloud Native Computing Foundation. I still think it's just a buzzword. Make cloud native ubiquitous. What does that mean? What does that mean? You know, like... Yeah, Red Hat is definitely marketing at this point, right? They're owned by Oracle. To succeed in fast-paced, software-driven markets, companies must change the way they design, build, and use applications. Cloud-native application development is an approach to building, running, and improving apps based on well-known techniques and technologies for cloud computing. Yeah, it's marketing buzzword bullshit.
Did I tell you how I felt? All my feelings could just melt the snow. And when I see you say no, I pray you won't mean no. Change your mind. The next day I felt like the wind had blown us together. In such a short time, you feel a clown for thinking for...
IBM has an entire career path? Yeah, except for the fact that IBM is where devs go to retire. So, like, yeah, it's a career path with a dead end. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, IBM is where software goes to die as well. Like, you know? It's like getting acquired by Google. Yeah. That app has its days numbered. I don't know. There's probably something they mean by it, but I don't understand. Is it just the difference between hosting in the cloud and hosting on-premise? I don't know. Like, I'd need to really understand what the actual difference between cloud native and just using the cloud is. If an app is cloud native, it's specifically designed to provide a consistent development and automated management experience across private, public, and hybrid clouds. Like, okay, man. Like, whatever. I too can play buzzword bingo. You can absolutely use a load balancer in an on-premise situation. So no, load balancers are not inherently cloud native. You can absolutely run a load balancer on your on-premise network. So yeah, like, I think it's just bullshit. Someone in marketing came up with a term, and the entire world ran with it. Yeah, it's marketing BS. It really just is. No serious application is designed without thinking about cloud style stuff, right? I guess the big difference is, are you using a giant public cloud, or are you doing your own like cloud hosting? But Kubernetes can be done in your own on-premise network, but it's maintained by the Cloud Native Computing Foundation. So what is the actual difference there? Right? A private versus a public cloud is not the distinction based upon what we just saw in their definition. So if you're running your own private on-premise networking solutions and servers and all that stuff, boom, you've got a private cloud. Right? So like hey.com and DHH leaving the cloud. Well, based upon the definition of cloud native, they didn't leave the cloud. They just made their own. It's still cloud native, you know? Zero, would it have taken longer? If you are familiar with implementing Stripe, which is what I think you're saying, then yes, you should be able to implement that in a couple days. If you've done it before, it should be pretty quick to do it, and 2 days sounds pretty reasonable. Now, are you fully testing that? Like, what is your test harness and suite looking like? So at that point, no, it'll take longer than 2 days to do it right. I'm willing to bet ChatGPT didn't give you a full test suite. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. In a real world scenario, if you were tasked with building out payment processing using Stripe for a product, you could make it happen in a couple days. But to do it right, you would add tests, you would have user acceptance testing, you would have QA sign off on it. Like, just because you can do it in a couple days doesn't mean you did it right in a couple days. Look at it this way, Zero. The more you get good at OAuth, the quicker you get at implementing it. And I can most likely spin up some OAuth stuff within a day, right? If I've got the basics set up for one provider, adding another OAuth provider is incredibly quick and easy. Right? Next day we stream, I will most likely end up setting up the Bitbucket auth process. And we'll have it done in a couple hours. Because we've already got the groundwork set up for our front end doing the redirect and all that BS, and passing the code to our back end to then exchange for a token that we use. Right? Now, did we do that today? No, because we were busy setting up our interactions with their API, which is not consistent in the same way that OAuth is consistent. So when you're doing things that are consistent across implementations, such as Stripe integrations, such as OAuth, the more you do it, the faster you get. My question to you, Zero, is, do you have the confidence that you could do it on your own without ChatGPT in the future? If so, good job. If not, well then, did you actually gain anything that helps you in the future? So if you think so, go for it. I disagree, personally, Zero, because their reference tools, like their reference documentation, is just as good as a reference. That's what I'm getting at, right? Like, they have documentation. ChatGPT is just reading the docs for you and regurgitating them. You could also just go read the docs, you know? Being able to read documentation is a skill, just as getting ChatGPT to do that stuff for you is a skill. But I would recommend learning how to read documentation because that skill is more broadly applicable. At which point, you might not actually have as much of a use case for things like ChatGPT. So Jasper, and I think that's your name, right? You use ChatGPT as an alternative to Stack Overflow. ChatGPT is better than Google? Maybe for you. I'm pretty damn good at Googling. It's a skill I've built up. So if you want to replace Googling with ChatGPT, go for it. But the amount of things that ChatGPT gets wrong, how much time are you going to waste because of that? My ability to find the information I need with Google is probably just as good as your ability to find that same information with ChatGPT. So it's really pick one and learn it. That's why cross-referencing is equally important. Why not just do the search in the first place then? Right? If you're going to end up having to cross-reference it, have you actually saved any time? I would say maybe go do the search first and then use ChatGPT to verify it. But again, like, do whatever you want. It's all the same thing at the end of the day. You're grabbing some docs, trying to understand them and figure them out, and then do your implementation. If you want to use ChatGPT for that, go for it. It's the same thing. So when people say it's going to take our jobs, well, yeah, did Google search take our jobs? No. In the same way that ChatGPT is not going to take our jobs either. But we should go raid someone, because I'm getting hungry. That's fine. I don't find a use for ChatGPT. Typically, the moment I start reaching for ChatGPT, I'm already out of its scope. Right? The moment I am like, well, I can't find it, do you really think ChatGPT is going to be able to find it? Every single time I've reached for ChatGPT for a thing that I couldn't find, it couldn't either. Because it's just doing a Google search, basically. It's just its own search engine at this point. I have enough experience and practice doing the Google search that I don't need ChatGPT to do that for me. Personally, I'm sure it'll get better. And once it does, then I'll check it out. But until then, every single time I've reached for it, it has just been wrong. So, Calamero, I think you're betraying a bit of your bias. Writing the front end is complicated for any complicated application. If your application is just basic CRUD, then yeah, it's not complicated and go for it. But you probably shouldn't need ChatGPT to write a basic CRUD app either. I'm not sure what you mean, Calamero. Sorry. But let's go raid someone. Cause I'm getting hungry. I'm getting like real hungry. I don't even know what I'm gonna eat yet. And man, there's really not that many people going right now, huh? Oh, sorry about that. 1 second. There you go. Writing text like a CV application. I mean, if you want it to seem like AI wrote it. Effort begets effort, Calamero. And most people are getting pretty good at recognizing when someone used something like ChatGPT for their resume stuff, for blog posts. I think you'd be better off using something that does dictation, like Whisper, because then you're speaking in your own way, and it's just taking the words out of your speech and turning them into text. I think that's even more valuable than something like ChatGPT for resume stuff. So, dev docs. Different docs all in one place that can even be used offline. Yeah, that seems awesome. I'd be curious how often they get updated and things like that, but if you're about to take a plane flight, yeah, queue up all the docs that you might need. That could totally be worth it. I think that's a great idea. I haven't done so myself for a while, and really, like, on a lot of the flights that I'm taking these days, they have internet for, like, $10 or whatever, $15. If I'm going to be on an 8-hour flight and I need internet, it's worth $15. Now, keep in mind that that's only if you fly on a good airline. If you're flying on Frontier, you're not getting any of that. So, yeah, I pretty much pick the company I'm going to fly with based upon the internet they're going to have. So, yeah, Alaska Airlines, really solid. I mean, Alaska's been just super cool for me. Like, every time I've missed a flight, like, all that stuff. Alaska pretty much kills it. They've only done me wrong in that regard once. And it's because I missed my flight by a lot. I mean, I still trust Alaska to maintain them better. Right? Again, I would still trust like a Boeing or an Alaska Airlines blowing Boeing flight versus a Frontier Airlines Boeing flight. So, something to think about there too. But anyway, we're going to go get rating into things. We're going to stop the Algora and YouTube streams. Thank you all for hanging out over on Algora and YouTube. So yeah, Tati, I'm not sure what you were asking. My bad. I'm a little late on seeing it. Sorry. But YouTube and Algora, I'll see you guys.